I've got trauma. I know what I went through my trauma, but nobody's trying to listen. But at least, why not give them or give us a listening ear and put yourself in our shoes that minute to know what we are facing.
We want to be listened to, but nobody's willing to take a chance because I'm in recovery, because I've got that stigma. So I've gone from a stigma of being an addict, being in and out of prison, got all that against me, and now I've got it against me because I'm in recovery, when really people in recovery should be celebrated.
I remember years ago, I was homeless. I slept on the bus. Bus 12 is a 24-hour bus in London. It was so difficult for me in terms of getting support. It's not something I really want to remember. You know, somebody seeing you for the first time and you just said, okay, I think we're running out of time. Okay, so where do we start from? Oh, you don't have an ID, you don't have a status. Okay, let me just ask you this question. Why not just go back to your country? That was what I got. And you know, when I heard that, my head went blank. You don't know if my country is safe. You don't know the reason why I'm here in the first place. You don't know if I'm running from someone. You know nothing about me.
Some of the most common patterns we see in women being failed by public services is this lack of a trauma-informed approach. If you think of like the worst thing that's ever happened to you, or your worst day, and how you've interacted with services on that day, and you're facing that trauma but without support of a family, a partner, without an income, perhaps without somewhere to live, the way you interact with the world is really different. But a lot of public services fail to take this into account.
It was a judge that said, has this woman ever been to rehab? It wasn't anyone else. For 32 years I've been heroin and crack addict. Nobody had ever said to me, have you ever been to rehab? Have you ever thought about rehab? It was a judge, and it took that judge to see something in me that I couldn't even see in myself. I can remember when I went to rehab, I introduced myself and I went, I'm Charlie, I'm a junkie shoplifter from Leeds. And now when I left, I went, I'm Charlie, I'm kind, I'm compassionate, I'm caring, I've got empathy and I want to help others.
Women are failed by services because essentially services are designed for men and boys. So women are expected to fit into those services, but those services are not designed to meet their needs.
The more you treat a woman as if she is worthwhile, the more she begins to internalise it and believe it. That makes it easier for her to advocate for herself.
The days after I left prison, mostly, the last 3 times especially, I was released homeless. So you end up just going to trap houses, so you end up using, and you're just on that cycle again. You're trying to straighten your life out and sort your life out, and nothing seems to be easy. If things were in place to make it more smoother, if services were more interlinked and working together, it'd help women.
When services work in silos, they are not able to receive the full picture of a woman's experience. So if we think of it like a jigsaw, if you just have a piece, then it only tells you a small story. But when you put all the pieces together, you get a full picture, and then you're able to provide the most appropriate and most adequate support for that woman.
Women have many ideas which are hidden underneath them, but they believe they will be judged, they will be harassed by hate, so they prefer to keep quiet. So if women can be heard, if they can give them the chance, I believe the system will change. We want to be respected.
We want to be heard.